guys, welcome back to my channel. Once again, this is Liz. For today's video, I will be discussing on how you can get married as a foreigner or expat with your Dutch partner here in the Netherlands. I decided to make this video for you guys because I've been getting a lot of queries, private messages on how I got married to my Dutch ex-boyfriend, of course, because he's my husband now, asking me on the procedures and the requirements in getting married here in the Netherlands. So this video is for you guys, for those who are planning to get married here in the Netherlands, or you are confused because you have not decided yet which country is best to hold your marriage, either from your home country or here in the Netherlands, especially when it comes to documentation. So I hope after watching this video, you will come up with a decision whichever or wherever is suitable for you. There are some criteria that you and your Dutch partner need to meet in order for you to get married here in the Netherlands. These criteria depend on your status and nationality. But don't worry guys, because the criteria and requirements are not as complicated as when you're applying for your MVV. So regardless of what your status or your nationality is, you need to meet these three minimum of criteria. So you and your partner must be 18 years old or older, and you are not married or in a registered partnership, and third, you are not related to each other. Meaning, it's like a parent to a child, grandparent to a grandchild, or brother and sister. For the requirements, I have a list: birth certificate, passport, 2 witnesses, marriage certificate in case of previous marriage, divorce papers if separated, death certificate if widowed, certificate of non-marriage for single, which you can get from your consulate general, or you may have to apply for the certificate from the last place where you lived abroad. In my experience, I was required to submit 2 certificates of non-marriage, one from my home country, which is Philippines, and also from Dubai, UAE, because Dubai was my last place of residence. If you're living in Dubai, they no longer issue such certificate. You can only apply for this in Abu Dhabi, which I failed to do because during my time when I went to Dubai court, they said they've stopped issuing such certificate, and they didn't advise me or direct me to Abu Dhabi. So to avoid any issue, my husband sent an email to his municipality here and informed them that Dubai, UAE, they no longer issue such certificate, and we asked them if my certificate of non-marriage that was issued from the Philippines is sufficient enough, and they said okay. Thankfully, we did this confirmation in writing, because when we went to the municipality here to register for our marriage, we almost got it rejected, because they said they really need also the certificate of non-marriage from Dubai, UAE, where the last place where I live. But since I have the confirmation, so because of this, we were safe, and they took special approval from the officials, and in return they made me sign a sworn statement that I am really single, and with consent or approval from their officials. So if you are in the same case, please do not take this risk. Please try your best to find out where you can get this certificate, whichever country you are currently residing. Back to the requirements, please make sure that all the documents you are required to submit here in the Netherlands, please make sure to get it attested or to get an apostille stamp for those documents, because any documents can only be valid to use abroad if it's attested or with an apostille stamp. Moreover, please make sure that all your documents were written in acceptable languages here in the Netherlands. These are Dutch, English, French, or German. If your documents were issued other than these languages, then you need first to get it translated and also legalize it or get an apostille stamp. Once you've met all the requirements and criteria, you may now notify your municipality where you wish to get married and inform them about your wedding plans. Or in Dutch, they call it ondertrouw, which means notice of intent to marry. You need to do this 2 weeks before your plan of wedding. So to do this, you need to make an appointment to your municipality. For our case, we did it by a phone call, and then we receive a letter of confirmation. Along with this letter, they attach a checklist of the requirements, which is specially made for us because, as I said, the requirements depends on your status and your nationality. So on the day of your ondertrouw, that's the day you can specify or select the date, the time, and the venue of your wedding plans according to the municipality available schedules. The number of seats available depends on the venue that you have selected, on which part of the city house you want to hold your ceremony. For us, the wedding was very private. We have only invited relatives and close friends. So our venue was limited to 10 people. By the way, parking permit is also required with a maximum of 5 cars, including the bridal car. For the fees, I guess each municipality, they have their own schedule of fees. But if you're getting married here in the municipality of Alkmaar, then you can find the link in the description box for the list of fees. That's all about the procedures and the requirements. Now, as a bonus, I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions. I made a list of them. So the first question is, where can you apply certificate of non-marriage if you are residing abroad? It depends on which country you are residing, but normally you can apply this from the courts. Like for my case, I used to live in UAE, and if you're residing in UAE, you can apply this in Abu Dhabi court in Abu Dhabi, which is the capital of the UAE. If you're not sure where you can apply this, then better to confirm this with the Embassy of the Netherlands where you are currently residing, or at your own home country embassy. Next question is, how to legalize documents or get an apostille stamp. You can only get an apostille stamp if your country of issuance is a member of Apostille Convention. For the details, you can find my video in the description box on how to get an apostille. So the next question is it possible to get married for free? The answer is yes, if you're going to get married here in Alkmaar. I'm not sure with the other municipalities if they have such privileges. So if you are residing in Alkmaar, yes, it's free. You can have your wedding for free, and but you cannot choose the venue and the date of your wedding. The venue normally it's being done in the same office where you're going to register your wedding. Free wedding here is happening every Monday here in Alkmaar, and because I had a friend, she had her wedding for free, and it took 4 months before they got the schedule of the wedding. So if you're not in a hurry or you're in a budget, of course it is possible to get married for free. Next question, can you get married in the Netherlands on tourist visa? The answer is yes. You can get married here on your Schengen visa, but you're not supposed to submit your MVV application because you will not be allowed to travel with your Schengen visa until your MVV application has been completed. The next question is, do you need to pass the basic exam in order to get married in the Netherlands? The answer is no. Basic exam is only required for your MVV application and not for your wedding. Next question is, if you're unable to provide witnesses on your wedding, can you still get married? The answer is yes. The municipality can arrange for you to have witnesses, but fees to be applied. Next question is same-sex marriage is allowed in the Netherlands? The answer is yes. Next question is, what about getting married with dual nationality? The answer is yes. If you or your partner has another nationality other in addition to the Dutch nationality, but you will need to meet the requirements prescribed by the Dutch law for marrying. If you meet the requirements, you can still marry even if the non-Dutch partner doesn't permit. But you should take into account that you might have difficulties having that marriage recognized abroad. And the last question is, can you hold a religious wedding instead of civil? You may hold a religious ceremony in a church or in a mosque, wherever you wish, but this can only take place after your marriage has been solemnized by a registrar or civil. So that's all about this video. I hope you find this video very helpful and useful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're planning to get married here in the Netherlands soon, I wish you all the best and congratulations in advance to you and your partner on your wedding. I'll see you in the next one.